How's it feel?
I figured as much.
Don't be fresh.
What's up? This is Brendan from Counterparts and Twitter, and you're watching the best metal podcast show on the fucking planet, After the Breakdown.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining us on another episode of After the Breakdown, your spot for all things metal, hardcore, and everything heavy and influential. I'm your host, Z, and joining me, as always, the homies Von Doom and MWB. How are you guys today?
What's up, brother?
Fucking chilling?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Fucking killing it, dude.
Killing it, bro.
Sweet snowstorm we got.
Ugh. Yeah.
Although I got snow.
Snowpocalypse my ass. Snowpocalypse my ass. So we're going to jump right into it. Last night, Mosh Warrior, Give Up Hope, CD release show.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Concrete Ties.
A lot of fucking people.
DBD, of course.
DBD,
COA.
So that was a very fun time. A lot of homies showed up. I had personally never been to Sammy's patio. You guys had.
Absolutely.
And,
Yeah, I was gonna say, what'd you think of Sammy's?
I liked it. Dude, like, it's cool. I mean, it's small, but like they packed that fucking place.
100%.
It's a very, very intimate venue. I like no stage. Everybody's on the floor.
Right on the floor.
That's a real fucking hardcore show.
Absolutely.
So no, yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
No food either.
So there was food though.
Yeah, we brought food over from the pizza joint next door. We were sitting at the bar with a large pie on the bar and just kicking it.
There's a right outside. There's like at the door. There was like a little food thing.
Yeah, the
Is that-
taco
takeout.
stand.
Yeah.
So Sammy was telling us when we were there that he used to run that too, and he used to make like burgers, whatever, and then it just got a little bit too much running that in the bar. So he actually like sublets that out to the people who make the tacos.
Okay.
So that's like I'm sure he gets a cut of that, but it's not like direct.
But yeah, that place was cool. It was a good time. Fucking DBD killed it last night. That was fun to see them. A lot of people were singing along.
Is that the first time they ever played Sammy's, you think?
Probably.
Probably. I don't know.
Dude,
I
they
would-
rage.
Yeah, I mean they fucking played everywhere. And, it was cool as I was talking with Brian and like they just got back from a tour, and they were like, "Dude, so sick to just play a show at a bar."
That all
Like-
right?
And like
Yep.
there was a good fucking.
You
time.
come home to Revere and you just Sammy's. Let's roll.
It was a good fucking time. Give Up Hope killed it. Go
Hell
give them
yeah.
a listen. Give Up Hope, Boston Hardcore.
Absolutely.
That is Cam Newton and the boys. Patazola on the fucking.
sir.
Yeah. COA killed it. Concrete Ties. They're always fun to watch.
Yep.
And TFR, I had never really listened to them or seen them, and they're gnarly, dude.
What's that?
Heavy as
What
shit.
is it?
The TFR. They covered a Guns Up song.
Did they
So,
really?
Yeah, I was like, all right,
Sick.
Fuck yeah.
You-
Everybody
yeah.
loves
My
a little
books.
Guns Up.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it was a good time. Fucking weather didn't stop anybody from coming.
Nope.
If you did, you're a poser.
I was looking at the videos last night, dude. There was an excellent turnout there. That
Yeah,
place
no,
was cram
it was,
packed.
It
Did you
was a
get
good
any?
time.
Any videos?
I got a couple. I gotta get a new phone because I can't have nice things.
I know.
I have a huge crack in my phone.
You gotta get this dude a phone just to record, like a good phone.
Absolutely.
No, I did. I had a friend out there. Danny Diachenko was out there.
Okay.
He said he would send some videos to us. So
Sick. Sounds
homie.
good.
Yeah, but other than that, it was fun. It was a very fun time. It was not much snow until I got home,
Yeah.
so that was cool. And yeah, good time, good
Yeah,
turnout.
interesting
Excellent.
spot. I'd never been to Revere before.
So
Except
me neither.
the time that me and you went to that show.
They had fallen friends out there one year, but I was in trouble and I wasn't there. But that was at Club Lido.
Okay.
I remember
Sure.
Club Lido. Actually, no,
Lido.
maybe I have
Yeah.
been there before when they used to have the fights there a long time ago.
Okay, yeah,
Club
yeah,
Lido. But yeah, it was funny. You get to Revere and
It's
you see
fucking right on the beach.
You see the beach and you're like, wow,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
right
nice.
there.
And everyone's like, it's not as nice as you'd think it would be.
How was it? So I didn't actually per se see the beach at all because it was so fucking dark and
Yep.
stormy out. I mean, you could see the waves were ripping. How is that beach? Is it rocky? Is it, like,
I mean,
sandy?
it's decent. There's a lot of from the shoreline to that wall right there. There's a lot of sand. It gets cram packed in the summer.
Oh yeah, because there ain't much fucking room.
I mean, it's decent, but like he was saying, it's also in Revere. It's not the nicest spot that you could go to the beach. I could think of
Be
like
the
10 other
baddest
places
dude
I'd
in
go,
Revere.
but
Might find
You
some
know.
needles.
Somebody said that last night.
you might step on
Let's
some.
just say
They
we're
were
not
gonna-
going to Revere Beach
So-
to go swimming.
Somebody was
100%.
gonna go swim, and you hear, all right, just make sure you don't step on any needles.
Facts, dude. Little
That's
cold
coming
plunge
from a local
action last
person.
night. Yeah.
Don't
Yep.
do it.
But all in all, dude, I liked Sammy's out there. I definitely could see like maybe us putting on some shows out there, doing something,
that.
getting something going. It's nice because it's right off the highway, right there. You're on
It
Revere
was
Beach
pretty
Parkway.
easy to get to.
It's not bad.
It's parking. So that's what the only thing I accept. But I didn't really realize you can just park on the street.
Right on the
Street
street.
parking.
Yeah, that's where we parked last time. We parked right on the
I had to
street.
drive around like 6 times until I realized you could park there because it was saying no
Absolutely.
parking, but that was because of the snow.
Exactly.
And it wasn't fucking snowing.
It wasn't snowing
Yeah.
yet. Fuck them. That Boston goddamn snow fucking.
Dude. I don't know.
Boston's the
fucking
worst.
meteorologists are a joke.
Snowpocalypse, baby. And we got more slush down here than anything, which is, is a joke. My kids were looking forward to coming out here and playing in the snow. It's like, hey, guys, it's raining.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's slush. But now I really don't have much to shovel, so I really couldn't care
Yeah, I
less.
still gotta clean my driveway when I get home. It's awful.
Yeah, I'll take care of that after this. Not a big deal. But, all right, cool. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that was a good turnout. Good for Give Up Hope and those guys, man. Huge shout out to them.
100%.
Huge shout out to Colin and DBD and all those guys for playing that with them. So good time.
Definitely. Excellent. So, we were going to do it last week, but Vaughn was under the weather. So, we're going to give you guys our top 3 albums, 2024.
2023.
2023, that's right. I have it in
2024.
my notes right here as 2024. So, I fucked that up because it is 2024 now. But, yeah, we'll start with you, MWB. Let's run it down.
All right, so I got Conservative Military Image with Casual Violence.
Okay, excellent.
That was number 3 for me. For number 2, I got Street Power, Threads of Hate. And then number 1, I got COA's Trauma Dump, man.
Okay.
COA's been like one of my favorite bands since I was a little kid, and they hadn't come out with a CD in a very long time. So that was exciting for me personally for them to drop that. And
Love it.
I just listened to it over and over again.
Absolutely,
It's
dude.
kind of like, that's how my playlist goes. It goes COI.
Okay.
And then the Street Power. And the fucking some CMI.
Sure.
Got a bunch of local boys.
Hell
huh?
yeah.
All the
Yeah,
local
keep-
boys.
Love it.
That's it, bro.
CMI's
I
blowing
like
up,
it.
huh?
Oh, they're getting huge, bro. And I'm loving it. Good for those guys. They deserve it.
100%.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Shout out to the homie Chris Cesarini.
Yeah, actually, Chris and Colin, COA and Street Power are doing something like in February. They're doing like a Baltimore, Philly, and Maryland type
Sick.
deal. Yeah.
Little East Coast friggin'
Something
whip
like
down
little,
there.
Little weekend.
Sick.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yep.
Well, every time I see Chris posting something, like
It's always a show that
Oh,
he's playing.
it's
Or and it might
like,
even
where
be,
is this guy today?
Right?
He's like
Right?
in California. He's back here one day. I'm like, where is this guy?
Yeah, it's awesome.
But between both the bands, it's pretty cool. Good for
He's
him.
killing it with both bands, man. So yeah, props to them.
Yeah, solid list, man. Local. I like it.
Yeah,
Cool.
thank you,
Good
thank
shit.
you.
Z, what do you got? What's
What
your
do I
top three?
have?
Let's
So-
go.
I want to start out with an honorable mention. An honorable mention.
What do you got?
So, since 2006, I've been a fan of Unearthed. They put out a new album this year called The Wretched, The Ruinous. And after The Oncoming Storm, they put out a couple albums. Didn't really hit the feels as much as The Oncoming Storm did, but with this album, I feel like they kind of brought it back to that 2005, 2006 metalcore.
I'll probably have to
Dude.
check that out because I fuck with Unearthed.
Dude, sick.
I'm like going in my head.
And you know what? It's funny because I honestly didn't check that out until, me and my father and my brother were closing down my cottage in New Hampshire. And we're coming back from there, and we decided to stop off at this barbecue place. It's called the Rusty Can, right? So we went in, ordered our food, and then we're standing outside waiting for it. Place was fucking jam-packed. I'm standing there. I see this young kid got an Unearthed shirt, right? So I turn to my brother. I'm like, dude, Unearthed, that's the band that took me from fucking Slipknot, Mudvayne, System of a Down, brought me
okay.
into the metalcore.
All right.
And then behind him, I see Buzz McGrath, dude, the guitarist of Unearthed. Dude,
No
I went,
shit.
Buzz! Dude, without fail, dude, didn't even skip a beat. He did a fucking military turn. Boom, and beelined it right over to me. I'm like, dude, Buzz, you
fucking
guys
sick.
are so influential in my life. Like, you have no idea, like, what your music has done for me. I go, can I please get a picture with you? He goes, it would make my day to get a picture with you. So I
Oh,
freaking...
that's awesome. That's humbling.
Oh, man, it was awesome. You know what? I tagged him in the picture and everything, and he's like, it made my day, like, taking a
that's
picture with
fucking
you. You
cool.
know what I mean? Because, you know, they're not like a Killswitch Engage who have been around for, you know, since they have, who kind of blew up and took that, they,
I
you
would
know, they
still
were...
say they're pretty big. I
They're
mean,
big,
Michael,
Pretty
they're-
big, but they never got to
they-
that level that
right.
Killswitch and
Exactly.
like Ramagon,
Shadows Fall and all
Okay.
those bands
All right.
who were ripping around at that
Which
time.
they
So,
should've,
but
but-
they're still
See,
like
in
going
my
overseas.
opinion, they're up there like that.
They are. I mean, yeah, they're up there. I just don't feel like they got to that level as like
100%, which I also agree with, since, you know, I followed their career very closely, and, you know, it was so awesome to actually like see him in like just like a normal everyday setting. He's like, hey, what are you doing over
Was
here?
that his kid in the on Earth shirt?
I'm not sure. I never asked. He was with like a group of people,
Oh,
so I
okay.
didn't want to
So-
take too
yeah,
much
yeah,
of his
yeah.
time up. I just kind of, you know, like, dude, you guys are
That's
so
still pretty
influential. And he was like, dude, like, thank you for like, because I'm sure, how often do you know, like, they're kind of an underground band
Yeah.
who, you know, unless you're like a fan,
Huge, yeah.
you're gonna walk around and not many people are gonna notice shit. It's like me, you, and him going out and fucking, you know.
I wouldn't know the guy what he looks like or anything like
Exactly. There's a
Does he
lot
still
of
have long
bands that
hair?
he still has the long hair,
Yeah,
dude.
he
I
has
almost
a face you can't forget.
Dude, I almost wanted to ask him, like, hey, what's up with Ken? Is he coming back to the band, or is he like a big timer now with As I Lay Dying? Because
Yeah.
since the guitarist left of As I Lay Dying, Ken Susi went out there to, you know, fill in the hole,
Okay.
and so they've been going on tour with, you know, a couple fill-ins, but it's cool because
that.
Mike
Is As I
Justine
Lay
is
Dying
back.
still playing right now?
They got a new album coming out.
They are. No
They have
shit.
it written, so I guess everything's written and recorded, and they have to. Well, everything's written from what I know. I don't know if it's recorded and everything yet, but everything's in line to go. And yeah, that's actually. I didn't go to shows for years and years and years. But then, what was it, 2017, I think, they came back. You know, Tim Lambesis came out of jail because, you know.
That's
he's-
just, we all went and saw them.
We went and saw them, exactly. We saw them in.
I was thinking about that
was
the
it,
other
Rhode
night because I
Island?
couldn't remember.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
it was
Met.
at the
yeah,
Fed.
Currents
I
played.
hate that place. Remember, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
we left because I was gonna get kicked out because I started moshing during Forever.
Yep.
I think I went down the stairs
and
I
then
was
we
like,
told you we were gonna leave. We were like, dude, if you don't meet us back here, we're fucking leaving.
We're
you.
fucking
So-
leaving you, dude.
We're like, dude, we're not.
We're
fucking
out of
just-
here, dude.
leaving.
We're in Rhode Island, dude. I want to go the fuck home.
I think I just walked down the stairs. I went cause mayhem and like,
Dude,
I was just mad at
I'll
the
give
scene.
you credit. You were there, man, and we all boogied out. That was a good night. But they came back, and we ended up doing like the VIP, and we met them all and everything, and it was an awesome show. They played with After the Burial and Amir. Not the biggest fan of them. I'm Acacia Strain over Amir all day, but
Fair enough.
you know, so all right, let's just get into my list.
Yeah.
So my number 3 is The Iada's Murder. The album is called Godlike, and so they kind of did something that I wasn't really, you know, too down with. The singer CJ McMahon.
So I was gonna ask you about that because I was so confused. So
And-
no shit.
Yeah, and so this is Godlike featuring CJ McMahon. I was able to get online and find a version of the album that features him as their vocalist. They actually kicked him out of the band, and they went and recorded the whole album with their new singer, and that's what's on like the streaming and everything. That it's
so
Godlike
the
featuring
singer
the
from
new.
the Iada's Murder got kicked out.
He got kicked out
and
because of some
CJ
comments.
That his name CJ.
CJ
okay.
McMahon, yes.
So, but all right. So you were able to find.
I found it.
No way.
Dude
Yes,
went deep
I
in the
found
dark
it.
web to find
That's
out.
Dude,
pretty-
I
that's something.
I went deep. I found that album
I'm
because
sure you just pissed off so many fucking metalheads. Out there.
you know what? I don't give a fuck. I think the new singer is from Aversion's Crown. I never really
don't
looked
like them.
too into it because
No, are you
don't
a
like
the
that.
Iada's Murder fan?
Not anymore.
But you were.
I used to, but I can't say I.
dude, their album Hate is probably in my top 10. all
They
time.
been, bro. I saw them a couple years ago in Mansfield at like that, you know, Rockstar's fucking one of those.
Yes,
fests.
sir.
But I was able to like fucking crowd surf, and like he took my hat and put my hat on.
No
and I'll
shit.
never forget that. Like
Fuck
over
yeah.
his dreads.
Dude, he's the fucking
It was
dude.
pretty
He was the
fucking cool.
man, dude.
That's
like
with CJ?
I remember. Yeah, that was. I remember watching. You guys ever seen the the tour bus interviews that they do, and
Those are cool.
Some of them are cool. One of them they eat cereal.
they eat,
fucking
dude. They
riot.
did one with like Jim Riley and the Ghost Inside, but I remember watching one of them and him like pulling out a scale from like the top, and he was like, "This is when you want to bake cookies or whatever," and he kind of gives the camera a look like, "We know what you're doing with that scale. You're weighing up that podiatry," and that's when Daddy was into the podiatry. So I was like, "All right, these guys are cool." But yes, I actually found that album featuring CJ McMahon. Now I gave both versions a listen. And I don't know if it's because I'm biased and I've always been a fan of CJ. You know what I mean? Like, I saw them at the House of Blues with, I think it was Parkway Drive and Miss May I. And all I can remember is that night that their sound just absolutely hit, dude.
Yeah.
They were the best. They were the best band of the night. And Parkway Drive, like, who has always been one of my
Dude, I used
tops.
to love them, man. They just, I don't know what.
They
to
turned
me,
into
they
dad rock. You know what I
sell out.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
selling
they
out.
wanted that. They wanted that top tier fame and everything. It happens.
They
Bands-
wanted just the flames.
They
like-
exactly.
Hey, listen, if you take the new albums for what they are, they're not that bad.
They-
Okay,
okay.
Like, okay, just take it for what they are. Like, listen, you're not gonna get God, what was the?
You're not going to get Horizons
You're
or
not-
Killing with a Smile,
you're-
you know, or
you're not
even
gonna get that.
Atlas. You're not going to
Exactly.
get
Atlas
those.
was like the
or
the
Deep Blue,
transition.
you know.
Oh, was
But
it Deep Blue or whatever?
No,
it
it
was.
goes. I think it goes Deep Blue then Atlas.
it does. But
And
even
Atlas
even
still-
Atlas,
Atlas
was like
rips.
okay,
Atlas rips.
you know.
And then, but you're right. You're like,
Yeah.
something's gonna happen. Like,
Yeah. So whatever. They got
Exactly.
All the, like, if you just take it for what it is, it's like
I should try
okay.
to see if I can listen to them at work, like on like a Bluetooth speaker, because I don't like playing like. A lot of people don't listen to the shit that I listen to.
100%.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be that guy on the trade site that's fucking blasting, like pissing other people off.
Yeah, dude,
but
I feel you.
occasionally, I get rooms by myself. I'm gonna have to see if I can like listen to Parkway
try
Drive's
it.
new shit.
Definitely.
With his dad
Dude,
rock,
give it a
like-
listen because, like I said,
I'll probably
it's
get
not
all
for
the
me.
electricians over hanging
yeah.
out with me.
Who's this?
Who,
is so hard.
Did you hear this on the radio? Because like
Yeah.
that's kind of the path they took was like more the
Hold on.
radio rock.
Cool
you know,
story about the fucking radio, and shout out to Jim Riley and the Ghost Inside.
Okay.
because a couple weeks ago, this is probably 2 months ago. I'm leaving the bar that I work at. I'm leaving bouncing. It's fucking late at night. It's
Sure.
a Saturday night. HJY still has a fucking radio show called The Metal Zone.
Yeah,
It's
right.
been going on for years. Dude, I get in my fucking car. I was actually in a work van because I did not have my car. Knew it was a Saturday night. Put the fucking Metal Zone on, and the first song I heard was the new Ghost Inside.
No
song,
shit.
And it was pretty fucking badass.
No shit.
Yeah,
That's
that was
awesome.
cool. I actually forgot to tell him that. I wanted to reach out. I took like a video, but I was in my work van and I didn't want to get in trouble, so I never like.
The Metal Zone.
Dude,
wow.
send it
But
over
yeah,
to
no,
him,
I
dude.
didn't
He'll
even know.
appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I should reach out to him and tell him about that. Yeah, I thought that was badass, dude. I was like, holy shit, what are the odds of that, dude?
Dude, shout out to Jim Riley, one of the pioneers of ATB, dude. Friggin', helping out the homies, coming on. You know what I mean? So let's just say Thy Art is Murder, Godlike featuring CJ McMahon.
Has to be CJ.
CJ,
Gotcha.
I mean, like I said, different strokes for different folks.
That's
you
fine. I
you want to
respect that.
listen to both of them, by all means, go ahead. Give them the listen. Give them the support. But personally, CJ McMahon, that's the one I'm going with. And until I die, you know what I mean? Social justice warriors don't like fucking, getting their butt hurt these days. So unfortunately, that's why CJ McMahon isn't in the band these days. I mean, their fucking album, their second album was called Hate. And
I know,
and,
hold
and,
on. They have fucking songs called "Hold to a Chainsaw."
100%.
yeah,
And granted, that was before CJ.
Oh, really?
That was
Oh,
with
see,
their
what the
their
fuck?
original
that's the
singer.
band's
See,
vibe,
that
though.
to
Right.
me, that fucking album is sick, and that
Dude,
to
it's
me
sick.
is Thy Art is Murder.
Straight up deathcore, dude. But Hate, and then I mean,
Oh, I never knew that. Now I'm pissed. Fuck that band.
he was just saying what a lot of
why I
people
don't
were
listen to
thinking.
them
You know what I
anymore.
mean? Like, but
Are you
personally,
more of a fan when they were fucking put out the shit like "Hold to a Chainsaw"?
Yeah.
See, yeah,
Absolutely.
Who is that?
that? I'm not sure
Actually,
what
I
that
will.
singer
Come on.
was. That was years ago. You know what I
See,
mean?
see,
And
that's
then they got
crazy.
CJ. They kind of perfected their sound into the deathcore that they are
Where
now.
are they from? Do you know?
Australia.
They are from.
Yes, they're
Oh.
from Australia. Yes,
Should've fucking
yeah,
known.
they're homies with like Parkway out
Yeah,
there and
absolutely.
everything. And who's that other band
You know
that's
who's
out
cool
from
from
there?
fucking Australia? Speed. You got
Okay.
a gang called Speed.
Sure.
They fucking.
I'm fucking with Terminal Sleep right now too, and they're sick, and they got a female vocalist, but she rips, dude.
No
it's not like
shit.
some of these other bands that we've been
There's a lot
talking
of
about,
female vocalists out there.
Some of them
Dying
rip,
Wish,
dude.
they-
We saw what was that band we just saw with Lorna Shore and Currents and Endios? I know Ethios.
Ethios.
This might piss a lot of people off, but dude, definitely not for me. I was sitting there and I was, I just couldn't get into it. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing towards them. But just not my style, you know.
It was them and Nods of Ranviar.
Yeah. So,
they've actually been around a long time. They were on the 2006 metal hardcore fest. They've been around forever.
Okay.
But it was just the bands we just kind of just like, dude, like, is this over yet? Like you just want it to be over.
But in between them was Varials, and they fucking got on it.
I fuck with Varials every once in a while. They come in like I always let my Spotify just play like its algorithm, and they'll come into it.
Absolutely, and they rip, dude. They're sick. Travis, we saw them early with Travis, Palladium upstairs. They were super sick, and I was super surprised because they got a new vocalist now. Travis left. He had, he was dealing with some mental health or whatever, and the road wasn't for him or whatever. So they ended up getting a new vocalist. They came on, they ripped. Great show other than those two other bands that I just couldn't vibe, dude. It was more like I'm going to sit on my phone the whole time while they're there. It's kind of like background music, whatever. But, so I'll go from them. And then number 2 for me was End, the Sin of Human Frailty.
Yeah.
Absolutely rips. Will Putney, Brendan Murphy, dude, like... I mentioned on the last episode that I was sick when their show came around, and I was absolutely furious. We had tickets. We were going out there at the Cambridge.
Were you going out there?
He was going out too.
I was like, oh damn.
I was upset. So this album from front to back, dude. There's not a song that I would skip. Actually, one of my favorite songs is one of the end songs. It might actually be the last song.
Yeah.
Just a 100% banger, dude. Like
there's a bunch of songs on that too. Right?
I think it is. It is. It's a straight up album. It is a straight dude. Like I said, won't skip a friggin' song on that album. When I put it on, it's from front to back every single time. Yep. And you're my number 2, and for good fucking reason. Keep ripping. Keep putting out this heavy shit. I like it. I know a lot of other people like it too. But I'll get into my number 1. And this is going to be to no surprise for anybody.
This is the easiest pick of the world.
Anybody could guess it, but it's Currents, The Death We Seek. Another one that I was anticipating with Currents. I've dealt with my own mental health issues as well, and it just seems like this band. It's almost like Your Ghost is a Gift by Ligeia, dude. That's one of the albums that I can put on.
I feel like that's the first time you've ever mentioned Ligeia on this show.
It might be. And that album holds a special place in my heart. It's got me through a lot. Over all these years, I'll still throw it on when I'm going through a hard time. But Currents, dude, The Death We Seek, every album they put out, it's just, I don't know, it touches every single feel that I have. It's exactly what I need at exactly that time. Another album that from front to back I will not skip a song. It's not the previous 2 or 3 albums that they've put out.
Right.
But I feel like they're progressing but they're not doing the progression like a Parkway Drive did. Like they're not trying to, get that main huge fame. Like they're blowing up. They perfected their sound.
I don't really fuck with Currents, but
dude.
I fuck with N, and I like Brendan. I've met him. We've had him on the show.
Absolutely.
And like there's a couple of songs that come on, and I'm like, oh, I gotta listen to them more. And I just don't.
They're heavy, dude. They're heavy, and I love heavy. Heavy is my shit. They got the cleans, and one thing that I will say that I appreciate a lot more is they were one of the bands, like almost like I won't even, but they've taken more of like the A Day to Remember path where their main vocalist Brian does the cleans and the screaming, everything like that. When before it was like he would do the unclean vocals and the bassist would sing the cleans. But now he's I don't know what he did, but he's found his voice.
He's zoned in, bro.
Sounds amazing. There. They perfected their sound. We got Maddie from Whitman, who's their fucking drummer. Then we got another dude on bass right now. His name's Christian. He's also from Massachusetts, I believe. And then they're a Connecticut band. So it's nice to see that they're finding these musicians outside the box, bringing them on, and now in my eyes, the perfect album of 2023 for me.
Yeah.
Currents, The Death We Seek.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be rocking it for years to
I was
come.
thinking of Counterparts.
That's
I
another
brought-
Brendan Murphy band.
That's why I said that. Yeah,
Counterparts is the best band in the world.
That's his favorite.
Best band in the
that's
world.
Brendan
that's
Murphy,
how-
baby. That's it. And another thing I like about and Brendan Murphy is you go from Counterparts and you go to a whole different dynamic with Edge.
Yeah.
They are two totally different sounds.
totally different sounds.
And he
See,
just,
that's why
he
I
rips.
confused.
Oh,
Dude,
fucking
he's the
love
man.
it.
He's the man. I love
Oh,
him.
dude, I appreciate that
And
shit.
so Currents is local-ish.
They're from
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Okay, see that
Yes.
I did not know. I don't know why I get that. It's because you like Currents and you like Counterparts.
Yes.
And Counterparts has
Counterparts
Brendan
is
in it.
Canada, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hamilton.
Okay, yeah,
Hamilton,
they're in
Ontario, I
the
believe.
Canada, and you would never know because he doesn't give off like that, don't you know type of vibe, the typical
Yeah,
Canadian
exactly.
accent, He and shout out to Brendan Murphy, he was on, he was on the last show we put out before last week, and highest numbers for us, which is amazing because it's in the thousands, which is like a dream come true
Everybody
for me.
loves Brendan. Just follow his Twitter.
Oh, dude,
And he just doesn't
dude's a
give a
menace.
shit.
He's a menace.
See, I don't have Twitter. No shit.
I don't have his Twitter either, but
You'll see his screenshots posted somewhere. Trust me.
exactly,
He's not
Instagram,
shy.
whatever.
It's pretty funny.
So Currents, The Death We Seek, number one for 2023 for Big Daddy Z.
Yeah, see,
And,
with Currents, dude, I think, I'm just going to end it here, with Currents, there's not a bad song with Currents.
Never.
There's just not a
Never.
bad song.
And it was cool because, like, you're not so familiar with the new stuff.
Yeah.
And on the way home, he was saying, like, I'm not so familiar with the new stuff, but I know you are. And he's like, I could appreciate, like, seeing you, like, fucking vibing out. Because they played everything, and I know every fucking song. You know
Right.
what I mean? So, like, everything. And he said he looked over, and he just, for songs he didn't know, and he just seen me jamming and vibing. He's like, I appreciate that because, like, there's not a lot of bands out there these days. Like, COA for you. Like, they don't put out a bad song. You know what I mean? Counterparts for you.
Exactly,
They don't put out a
exactly.
bad song. And that's Currents for me. Like,
Okay,
even when it's like slow or a little less on the heavy side, it's still just hitting all those little feels inside my body and my brain that I need because music, dude, it keeps me sane. It keeps me
Does,
alive.
man. It fucking
If it wasn't
does.
for music, I don't know where I'd be. And especially these Currents albums, especially Ligeia, Your Ghost is a Gift. Like, I can always count on. If there's one thing I can count on in this life, it's being able to pop that CD in and being so familiar with it that I know it's gonna bring me out of that bad mood. It's gonna bring me out of that bad mindset. And that is one thing that I absolutely appreciate about music, and I appreciate that these bands keep on going. And I can't wait till, like, we're going to that show in the end of January, and I'm gonna see Currents, and I'm just gonna let them know, like, your guys' music has saved my life, like, and I
So
want
who
you
else
guys
is
to
on
know
that
that.
show?
So it's Shadow of Intent. I believe it's Boundaries
Fuming Mouth.
and Fuming
Oh,
Mouth.
Fuming Mouth.
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So it's four
Andrew
bands.
Budway is
bunch
in
of
that
local
band.
guys.
It's a local kid from Whitman.
No shit.
Yeah.
Bunch of local.
He's a great
Fucking
kid, dude.
local kid from Whitman in that band, local kid from Whitman and Currents.
Yeah.
Whitman's killing it.
Just with Ligeia, you squeal like a pig. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yep.
I want to leave it there.
All right, so that's my list. Appreciate you guys for taking the time and just listening to what I got to say about those bands. And now let's get into Von Doom. What do you got for us?
So I went a little different route. Instead of like full albums, I did EPs and demos.
Okay.
I did notice that because I saw one of yours and I listened to them, and I'll let you get at it because you won't think who it is who I listen to.
Okay, so number 3 is going to be, I think I'm pronouncing it right. It's Scarab.
Okay.
Scarab. It's all capitalized.
I think.
Scarab, that
Scarab,
sounds
yeah,
about right.
Scarab.
So with that band, they're Philly hardcore.
Yeah, no, they're fucking sick. I was actually really impressed that you put that on your list, man, because they fucking kill
Well,
it,
I mean,
bro.
think about it. You guys don't I'm more of a metalcore, so for strictly hardcore, to hit me like that and be on top of my list.
Yep.
It was pretty good. Now this EP, well, actually, it was a demo, I should say, because it was only about 8 minutes long.
Yeah, yep.
So there was about 4 songs. They were about 2 minutes. But I just found out a couple days ago that the singer used to be in Year of the Knife.
I didn't
No
know that.
shit.
Tyler is his first name. I don't know his last name.
Was he the original singer?
I believe he's the original
because
singer.
they had a male singer,
Yes,
and then
now it's a-
Chick Maddie
yes.
was singing for them. Because I always knew them as they had a dude in the band.
Exactly.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. So he.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Oh,
I just
that's
found out a
cool.
few days ago. I was like, holy shit! Wow. That's crazy. But his vocals are just
Dude, they're so fucking
It's
good.
just the best way I can say it is he's pissed off. Like, he's
Gotcha.
very pissed off.
Sure.
Like, you're listening to it and you're kind of pissed off too. You know, and the instruments are like speed. It's just so fast. It's an awesome 8 minutes to listen to. So I can't wait till they come out with an album because it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I was really impressed when you sent out his pics of the.
Yep.
I was like, wow, fuck yeah, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, I went
Absolutely.
outside the box a little bit. But and then I was watching. They just put on a show. It was at a God, where was it? At a church, and it was one of their first shows. And people, there was already a bunch of people that knew the lyrics to them. Like they're gonna be a big deal. Like,
Yeah.
they're gonna be a big deal
Excellent.
for sure. So
Cool.
that was number 3. Number 2, I went with Glass Caskets.
Okay. Yep.
I know Z knows that Glass Caskets. I love them.
So that's who I was listening to.
Okay.
Over
Like,
here.
Hell yeah.
So if you listen,
Hell
like,
yeah.
they came out in like 2002. It's more like technical deathcore,
Yeah.
which is they're awesome. So 2002 they had an album, 2004, and then 2006 they had Dead Man Diaries come out, and that was the last album that they put out. So from 2006 till now, 2023, they came out with an EP with I think 4 or 5 songs on it. And about them, the drummer and guitarist Dusty and I forget the other guy's name. They're in the band Between the Buried and Me. I don't know
Oh,
if you guys
no
knew that.
Oh,
shit.
okay.
If you knew
Sure.
that, yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that makes so
Dusty
much-
and Blake. I think Blake is the drummer and Dusty is the guitarist. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, they're
That
in
makes so
Between the
much
Buried and Me.
sense.
Yeah, the technical
shit,
right?
yep.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, that was my
that's
number
wild.
2. But if one of my
They just
favorite,
played Between the Buried and Me, like, kind of recently.
I
don't know if
honestly
you
never.
guys were into that.
It's funny because I never really got into Between the Buried and Me. They had an album that came out back in 2002 or 3 or 4,
Yeah.
Alaska.
Yes.
Which was blown up. That was huge. That's like
At
their,
that
their
time,
known album.
that was their
the,
album,
The
yeah.
Silent Circus, I think, was the other one that came after that.
Okay.
They were pretty big. But if you do listen to a Glass Casket song back in 2006, when I think it was the Dead Man Diaries or the one before that, listen to In Between the Sheets.
Okay.
It has one of the greatest clean vocals in it. Probably my top 3.
I'm going to check that out.
Technical deathcore, and then at the end it goes into this almost like this piano type deal, and you just wouldn't expect it.
No
These
shit.
cleans where I'm just like I want to cry. I
Entrancing?
just want to cry. Or
Oh,
just,
I'm excited now.
Cool.
no, seriously, listen. In
'cause I
Between
like
the
that.
Sheets,
I
yeah,
like
In Between the
that.
Sheets, it's so hard, and then it goes into that. But the EP, awesome. I think 4 or 5 songs front to back. It's like they left in 2006. And
Yeah, it's wild.
They picked
dude.
up right
That's
where they
a
left
long
off.
fucking time.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Cool.
Incredible. And my number 1 was going to be Balmora. Balmora.
Yeah,
okay?
another dude. They slap, man. I've
Yes.
seen them a couple times, dude. They're so good.
So for them, I had found them and I put it on, and instantly it brought me back to this like raw 90s, early 2000 metalcore.
No shit.
Yes. So, and then I did a little research on them, and I found an interview through No Echo. It's like a site that does some interviews for like hardcore bands and stuff.
Yeah, I'm friends with the kid Ryan that does shit for them.
Okay.
Shout out
Yeah,
to him.
yeah.
He's
So
a good
credit
dude.
to No Echo.
Excellent.
Yes, they had a smaller interview about these guys, but it pretty much asked them what their inspiration was, the bands were. And right off the bat, It Dies Today.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, hell
we're
yeah.
in this. And then it was Atreyu. And I could tell Atreyu because that's the first album I thought of when I heard
Which one?
Suicide Notes
Suicide
of Butterfly
Notes,
Kisses,
okay.
because that has that like almost that like European old school like metalcore raw style to it. Now Atreyu nowadays, no,
Dad rock.
absolutely not. It's pathetic. But you go back to the early 2000s, Suicide Notes of Butterfly
Fucking
Kisses.
best.
I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I
wow.
still listen to that.
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, yeah,
Call me
me
too.
fucking gay.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. And then they're
gay.
from Connecticut. It's Connecticut metalcore. And if you guys remember another band called, you might remember, I don't know, Invocation of
Nahak, dude.
Okay.
Yes.
That was-
Yes.
if anybody-
Invocation of Nahak,
Yes,
dude.
if anybody
yes.
has ever made it this far into the show and it knows that, like, please hit up the account because I would love to talk to you. And if you do, it's Invocation of Nahek, Nehek, Nahek, right? Yeah.
Yep.
And the song is called "My Gift to Liars." That's like the song that's like, whoa, oh my god. Listen to that and listen to the intro too. Before
My Gift-
My Gift to
My Gift-
Liars, the intro, which leads into the original song, but it's 2 different songs. It leads into it. Incredible. They're from Connecticut. I could totally see that vibe with it too. And
Yeah,
then-
but I've seen them a couple times, man. They're fucking.
you've seen them
funny.
live?
Yeah. They're,
because I've seen they played with Adrian, which is a local band.
they were on. I think they were on Adrian's release show, maybe.
Yeah, they did like a
I
mini
didn't get
tour,
to
I
go
think.
out to that one, or maybe is that what they did?
It was like a mini
small
tour, I think. Yeah, on the East Coast, I
Yeah.
believe. But that was I could put that on, listen to it front to back, which I hope you guys give it a listen to. 'Cause you'll
Absolutely.
like the raw old
Definitely
school
will.
sound to it. But yeah, that was my number one, and I just want to give an honorable mention to mine for album wise. You took End. End was by far the number one album for me, front to back. Not a bad song. 2 was Drain, Living Proof.
Okay.
Drain, they're blowing up.
I
They're
saw
going
them
on
this
tour.
summer at the Middle East.
They're sick.
Yeah, so their shows are so awesome because they're from like California. So
Yeah.
like they got that surfer vibe.
Yeah.
So they come out and they just throw pool
Dude, they've
noodles
been
out.
around
Cool.
for like a minute, dude.
Yeah, and they're finally
yeah.
like getting
Yeah.
some good exposure. I've seen like the guys, like their whole thing is like you have to get on stage and like stage dive with like boogie boards and shit.
Cool.
If you don't get on stage at a Drain show, like what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the third one was gonna be Street Power, Threads of Hate.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
For that album, like I drop my kid off at school in the morning, and if I don't have the motivation to hit the gym, just put on that album. And if I don't have the motivation after listening to like the first intro to that song, I think it's just a breakdown, like this crazy dog barking, like it's just fucking nuts. Then I'm just not gonna go to the gym. I'm not gonna be into it. So Street Power, Threads of Fate,
yeah.
awesome album for
Cool.
sure.
Excellent list, guys. That's our top 3 for 2023. And if we got nothing else, let's wrap it up. Just want to say to everyone, thank you for joining us for another episode. As always, hit the voicemail, 508-443-6369 for MWB, for Von Doom, for myself, Z. Check you guys next week. Thanks.